Okay, today we are going to start the new lesson, tissue. Before starting tissue, first we must know the levels of organization. Protoplasm is the physical basis of life. Protoplasm, when it is covered by the cell wall or cell membrane, it is called cell. All these we have seen in the previous class itself, but just recollect. And cells together form tissues, tissues together form organs, organs together form systems, systems together form body. Okay, so in this we finished learning cell. Next we are going to see the tissue. So what are tissues? A group of cells, similar cells, which perform, a group of cells which are similar in structure as well as in function, called tissue. Okay, a group of cells, cells together form tissues, I said now. A group of cells which are similar in function and structure are called tissues. And these tissues are two types. Next we are going to see types of tissue: plant tissue and animal tissue. There is a difference between plant tissue and animal tissue because plant cell and animal cell itself differences are there, no? So today we will be discussing plant tissue, animal tissue along with you. We take the plant tissue. It is divided into meristematic tissue, permanent tissue. Two main categories: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue you can see in the root tip, shoot tip. You know what is root and shoot? Okay, the part of the portion of the plant which is seen under the ground below the soil is root system. The portion of the plant which is seen above the soil is shoot system. So the tip of the root, shoot tip and root tip, you can see this meristematic tissues, and these meristematic tissue is made up of specialized cells. These cells, these meristematic cells, why they are kept separately? Because they are different from other cells. They are continuously divided. If you take the cell will divide, grow, perform function. Either it will die or it will divide. It's like that. That is the cell cycle. Okay. So these meristematic tissues, they will not follow this cell cycle. They will divide, divide, divide. Okay. Continuously divide and increase in number, so that number of cells together form the tissues. Tissues. So it produces new parts like leaf. Okay. It is responsible for the growth of the plants. So that is why it is seen in the growing tips. Okay. Terminal tissue or apical meristem. This meristematic tissue, they are combined, they are closely packed, okay, and the thin wall, the nucleus is large and the vacuole is smaller. So all these are the characteristic feature of meristematic tissue. And this meristematic tissue are of two types: apical meristem, lateral meristem. Apical meristem is also called as terminal meristem. Okay. So this apical meristem is seen the tip of the shoot tip and root tip. So if we take the section of the root tip and shoot tip and observe it under the microscope, you can see the stages of cell division. 10th standard they will be observing stages of cell division in the microscope. Root tip and shoot tip only we will take sections. Okay. So these the meristem which are seen in the tips, growing tips, apical meristem seen in the shoot tip and root tip, and it is also seen in the near the nodes. From node only the leaf, buds all arises from the nodes. So near the nodes also it's growing tips, growing parts. Okay, so new leaves are given, new buds are given, flowers are given from the nodes. So near the nodes also this apical, this meristematic tissue seen. So apical meristem here and here. Then the lateral meristem. This apical meristem is responsible for the growth of the plant in height and formation of the new parts like the leaf, flower, fruit. Okay. Then this next one is lateral meristem. Lateral meristem is seen on either side of the stem. Okay. So it will undergo division and it is responsible for the increase in thickness of the stem. Okay. Increase in thickness of the stem. Cambium and cork-cambium. If you go to this section of the stem, you will see the cambium tissue. Okay, this cambium is an example for lateral meristem. They form the secondary rings. Okay, so we have seen what is tissue, what are the types plant tissues. Now we are discussing about plant tissues. Plant tissues are meristematic, permanent meristematic. The characteristic feature of meristematic tissue we have seen. Then apical meristem, lateral meristem, what are their functions, where they are located. The next comes the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is protective, supportive, conductive. On the basis of that function, we are classified as protective, supportive, conductive. On the basis of the structure, they are classified as simple. Protective tissues are simple tissues. And the supportive tissues are, conductive tissues are complex tissue. Okay? So, these are the three types of permanent tissue. Protective. So, protective tissues are also called as simple tissues, and this protective tissue is seen in the epidermis of the leaf. Okay, the uppermost, if you take the section of the leaf, the uppermost layer is the epidermis. And the epidermal growth just have drawn the structure of the internal structure of the anatomy of the leaf. This is called epidermis. This is upper epidermis and this one is lower epidermis. This epidermal tissue is protective. They are protecting the internal parts. Okay. So this epidermal tissues are covered by cuticle sometimes, and they produce the shoot hair. This epidermis is seen not only in leaf, stem, root. If you take the section of the stem, root, you will be seeing the outermost layer as epidermis. In root, the epidermal tissue gives rise to root hair. And in the stem and the leaves, the epidermal tissue gives rise to shoot hair. Okay. So in my classes, you will study the types of epidermal tissues, the outgrowths which are seen in the epidermal tissues. Okay. That is protective tissues. The next comes next supportive tissue, which supports the parts. Okay, these supportive tissues are of parenchyma, chlorenchyma, sclerenchyma. Okay, see I have drawn here parenchyma cells. They are thin-walled cells. They are not a same size, different in size. They are arranged with intercellular space. This is intercellular space. Okay. And the same parenchyma cells, if they get more chloroplast, these parenchyma cells you can see in the cortex of the stem, leaf and root. And these parenchyma cells, if they have the chloroplast, they are called as chlorenchyma. They are responsible for photosynthesis. Okay. Then, and one more type of cell is there, tissue is there, collenchyma. Collenchyma, the corner of the cells are thickened. So, there will not be any, there will not be any intercellular space. Okay. So, that is collenchyma. They are seen in the stem just below the epidermis. Hypodermis is there. Hypodermis are made up of parenchyma, collenchyma. Then next comes the sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, the entire cell wall is thickened. Okay. So that is sclerenchyma. They give the mechanical support. So all these will come under this supportive tissue. Parenchyma, chlorenchyma, sclerenchyma. Sometimes these parenchyma cells are loosely arranged in the leaves. See, just now I have drawn the leaf, loosely arranged, they enclose the air chambers, and they are called as aerenchyma. It is not there in your textbook, but you better to know that one. Okay. So all these will come under supportive tissue. Next comes the conducting tissue. Okay. Conducting tissue, xylem and phloem. Already I told you the conducting tissue is complex tissue. What is the difference between between the simple tissue and the complex tissue. Simple tissue, if you take parenchyma, all the cells are parenchyma cells only. If you take collenchyma, that area fully covered with only collenchyma type of cells. Okay, they are similar in structure. But here, this conducting tissue, xylem and phloem, they are called as complex tissue because they are made up of number of types of tissues. Trachea, vessels, xylem parenchyma, xylem fibers. All these together form xylem. So xylem is a complex tissue. Okay, the main function of the xylem is to conduct water. In order to conduct water, it is made up of tracheae, vessels, xylem parenchyma and xylem fibers. Now, if you take the